Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dyah about the effectiveness of using games to increase student interest in learning English classroom activities. The first one is chapter 1, the introduction. First of all is the background. So the role of interest is needed to help the quality of student achievement because students who have an interest in a subject they are learning will have the possibility of succeeding in that subject better. As Mina Sanjaya 2007 states that interest in learning is an aspect that can be determined a person's motivation in carrying out certain activities. From the explanation above, the writer wants to conduct a classroom action research related to the use of games to increase students' interest in learning. The purpose of this study is to find out whether the use of media games can help increase students' interest in learning English for the first year in senior high school. Next one is the statement of the problem. There are two statements of the problem in the study. The first one is the use the use of game media effective in increasing student learning interest, and the second is to what extent can the use of game media help increase student learning interest? The next one is the purpose of the study. In conducting this study, there are two purposes that writer want to find. The first one is to find out whether the use of game media is effective to increase student interest in learning English in the first year of high school. And the second one is to find out whether the use of game media can help increase student interest in learning English as foreign language. Next is the significance of the study. The first one is theoretical significance. In writing this study, it is hoped that it can help complement previous studies related to the use of various types of games and their relation to students' learning interests. In other words, it is hoped that this study can complement previous studies, especially studies that discuss the use of games with increased student interest. The results to be obtained from this study are expected to be additional references material for further research. The next one is practical significance. There are two practical significance. The first one is for the student. In practice, it is hoped that the study can help to create a learning atmosphere that is more interesting for students and enjoyable for them. And the second one is for the teachers. For the teachers themselves, it is hoped that this study can help teachers find out how effective the use of new media is in increasing students' interest when learning English as a foreign. Next is definition of terms. There are four key terms in study. The first one is effectiveness. The definition of effectiveness is the degree to which something is successful in producing a desired result or success. Second one is interest or excite the curiosity or attention of someone or something. Third is media. Media means all tools which may be used by teachers to deliver teaching material to students in teaching learning process to reach certain learning goals. And the last one is teaching games. It means the game is realized through game technology, educational games, playful exercise, techniques, and specific organization of lessons. Next is I will explain about the chapter 2, the review of related literature. pressure. First of all is the definition and types of media. So, media is a tool used by the teacher in learning to help the learning and teaching activities continue. As stated by Jackson in Study 1 2003, that media is described as any component in a student's surroundings that might motivate them to learn more effectively. Hence, in order to create effective learning, it is necessary to use media in learning, which of course needs to be adapted to the needs of students' teaching material. In general, the media is divided into three types, namely visual media or media in the form of images or other print media. Audio media, which is usually in the form of sound or recording, or we can also call it audio media. Yeah. And the last one is audio visual media, which is a combination of audio or sound and visual or vision, which can usually be in the form of video. The next one is the definition of game. According to Wikipedia, educational games are games that are explicitly designed for educational purposes or which have incidental or secondary educational value. Andriantini 2009 also states that an educational game is a game specifically designed or made to stimulate thinking, including interesting, concentration, and solving problems in students. Next is the use of games in teaching. The use of games in teaching has many positive sides, which is, if used correctly, will be able to help students learning English as a brain language as stated by the Freitas 2006, which states several advantages of using games in learning as follows. The first one is encouraging and involve all students in their studies. The second one is develop students' abilities such as literacy and numeracy. Third is as means of overcoming cognitive challenges for acting out a certain role or career before attempting it in real life. And the last one is encourage students to create multimedia or game-based material. We'll continue to the one is definition of student interest. So, interest is an individual interest in something either in the form of good or activity. Interest itself has a close relationship with a person's personality, which usually differs from one person to another. For example, an interest in reading, music, drawing, and acting. Nurulaila, 1991, 35, states that interest is something that can help support someone to be able to appreciate and even enjoy what he does. Next one is teaching using games. In the context of learning, the use of games has a simpler purpose. These create a more enjoyable learning atmosphere while still learning. There are many types of games for self-learning that can be adjusted according to the needs and objectives of existing learning in order to create learning that is more interesting to students in class. Last one is about the chapter 3, the research method. The first one is the approach and type of research. In this study, researchers used the combined approach, the quantitative approach, where data on learning outcomes and student activity were taken from several methods, namely questionnaires and interviews. While the use of quantitative approach in the study is in the form of further elaboration of the data or sample tables that have been found to complement the existing elaboration so that data that has been obtained can be described more clearly. And as the type for research is action research, where the researcher wants to find out whether the use of educational gains is effective in helping to increase student interest in learning and class so that students are more focused on learning. Next is the population and sample. The population data that will be taken for this study is sample data from one of the 10th grade or one of the classes in the first year of high school, with a tendency for teachers to use games as additional media in teaching and learning activities. The last one is the instrumentation. The first one is observation. In carrying out the study, the first instrument used by the researcher was observation kit. According to Alwasla 2008, through observing, the researcher gains insight into the theory, into application, as well as correspondent perspective that cannot be evaluated through research tools or. And the second one is questionnaire. The second instrument used in this study is a questionnaire. The questionnaire is one of the research instruments where the researcher gives a number of questions, which, which, which will then be answered by the sample. Sugiyano, 2070, 142, states that a questionnaire is a data collection technique that is carried out by giving a set of questions, written statements to respondents to answer. Questionnaire itself has two types. The first one, open-ended questionnaire, and the second one is the closed-ended questionnaire. In this study, researchers use a type of questionnaire with open-ended questions, where students as sample will tell how they feel about using it as an additional medium or media in learning that can help increase their interest in learning through a number of questions that have been listed. I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi